Gonna find out who the best man is. I respect you for what you've done in the game, but you ain't never went up against me or my staff. So you remember something? We've been here before. You trying to get there.
But beat his ass. How though? How does that look? Outbox his ass. Just outboxing this shit.
What about the weight?
It don't matter. Bud been fighting big people all his fucking life.
Is a pretty intelligent guy. He might not try to talk, and say different things that jump off the page at you, but he's not a stupid guy, man. He's intelligent.
At the press conference, Terence Crawford's trainer, Brian "Bomac" McIntyre, sent a bold warning to Canelo Alvarez. He dismissed concerns about size and weight, insisting they won't matter on fight night. Bomac reminded everyone that Crawford has faced bigger opponents throughout his career and always found ways to dominate. Confident and direct, he declared that Canelo is in serious trouble, because Crawford's skill set and mindset will be the deciding factors once they step into the ring.
Matchup with Canelo.
Bud beat his ass.
How though? How does that look?
Outbox his ass. Just outboxing this shit.
What about the weight though?
It don't matter. Bud been fighting big people all his fucking life.
Yeah.
What about the head movement, Bomac?
What?
Canelo's feigned head movement.
That's what I'm there for. That's what Saul there for. That's what Red there for. You know what I'm saying? It's our coaches.
Yeah.
So we gonna get past that shit.
Whenever Bomac speaks about Crawford's chances, his certainty is unmistakable. He explained that this fight is more than just another matchup, it's an opportunity to cement Crawford as the greatest pound-for-pound fighter in the world. McIntyre stressed that Crawford has been relentlessly disciplined in the gym, leaving no room for excuses. In his view, preparation is what separates champions from ordinary fighters, and Crawford's consistency proves why he sits at the top of the sport. For Bomac, this isn't just about victory in the ring, it's about establishing history on the biggest stage.
Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford. How excited are you? Obviously, you've seen this journey with Terence, you've seen the doubts over the years, and he's now on the biggest stage again with people questioning. And you obviously have full confidence that he's going to come out and get victory on September 30th.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely confident that he's gonna get the victory. Second of all, I'm just happy for him and the team. So the world can see once again why he considered the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
There was many a time where he was maybe struggling to get certain fights, and then he had to almost kick that door down. Is it nice to see him sort of getting the fruits of his labour now and getting that generational wealth off the back of what is, obviously it's a hard career boxing, you don't get given anything.
Definitely that. Definitely good to see him get, like you say, the fruits of his wealth. Get me fights that, again, will show the world why he's the best fighter in the world. Show the world why he's the best fighter in the world. I'm just happy for him, man.
Reports that Canelo Alvarez struggled during sparring with Jaron Bootsen has sparked heated debate in the boxing community. Many fans compare Ennis stylistically to Crawford because of his quick footwork, sharp counters, and slick defensive abilities. If Canelo reportedly found it difficult against someone with a similar style and controlled sparring, observers question how much tougher it will be against Crawford under the bright lights of a championship fight. While sparring can't be equated to an actual bout, patterns often matter, and this rumor gave Crawford's supporters even more confidence that their fighter has the tools to expose Canelo's vulnerabilities on fight night.
When we saw that he's in camp with him, right? And so people are saying now that they reached out to me and they're saying, well, Floyd Mayweather now has joined Terence Crawford camp. Does that mean Floyd Mayweather doesn't like Jaron Boots Ennis? Floyd Mayweather went to Terence Crawford camp to give Terence Crawford advice on Canelo Alvarez. Well, one, Terence Crawford is not fighting Jaron Boots Ennis. That's number one. Number two, it's not shots at Jaron Boots Ennis if Floyd Mayweather was to go to Terence Crawford camp. Number three, I saw this clip that Fight Hype had put out, and it's an old clip of Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford at Shakur Stevenson's sparring session in Las Vegas. Shakur had called them all to be at that sparring session, okay? And Floyd Mayweather assisted. Now, Floyd Mayweather took on Canelo Alvarez September 14th of 2013. That was 12 years ago, okay? And so with that said, this one has nothing to do with the other. Floyd Mayweather, from what I'm being told from Terence Crawford's camp, that he has not went up to Colorado and helped Terence Crawford do anything. Okay, now I don't know if he's willing to or not. I don't know if Terence Crawford reached out to him or not. I don't know if they spoke on the phone or not. But, you know, it's when you saw Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather at the top-ranked gym watching Shakur Stevenson, and they had a conversation with Eddie Hearn. That's very, very old. Okay, that's very old. Now, Floyd Mayweather has stand pat on Terence Crawford is the best fighter in the world currently right now as it stands.
In response, Bomac quickly dismissed comparisons between Ennis and Crawford. While acknowledging Boots' talent, he insisted that Crawford operates on an entirely different level. According to McIntyre, no sparring partner can replicate Crawford's unique blend of experience, adaptability, and mental sharpness. That's why he rejects the idea that Canelo's sparring struggles translate to the real fight. For Bomac, Crawford's brilliance lies not just in speed and movement, but in his intelligence under pressure, qualities that can't be imitated. His comments reflect unwavering confidence that Crawford's individuality will set him apart when it matters most.
I know you saw him sparring with Boots. Give me your initial response.
That don't mean shit, man. That don't mean shit. That don't mean nothing, man. Boots ain't no Crawford. Yo, hey, like I said, that don't mean, all that shit don't mean nothing. That shit ain't gonna help him. He should have just got the last cab driver he just fought. Cause that shit ain't gonna, that don't mean nothing, man. All that shit don't mean nothing. You ain't no Bud Crawford. They don't have that mentality. Having that mentality and going upside your head at the same motherfucking time, shit, man. I don't give a fuck about all that shit, dog.
Analyst Ade Oladipo raised concerns about Crawford's decision to bulk up significantly for the fight. He argued that boxing isn't simply about size, but about maintaining the balance between speed, skill, and power. Gaining too much weight too quickly, Oladipo warned, could slow Crawford down or disrupt his natural rhythm. Known for his fluidity and quickness, Crawford risks compromising his best assets by forcing his body to adjust unnaturally. While fans admire his willingness to move up in weight, Oladipo emphasized the danger of altering what already makes him special. His perspective highlights the complexity of the challenge, where even great preparation can create new obstacles if not carefully managed.
Was too wiry. Crawford was the guy at 135 pounds that looked really skinny. Even at 140, go and watch his fights against, who's the one that I'm trying to think of his name now. The fight at 140, Julius Ndongo.
Oh yeah.
And when he's just skinny, he's like wiry. He's very much Tommy Hearns. Now.
Oh, have you seen him?
He's
massive.
He's jacked.
Man, he looks like huge. He's got to be north of 170.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Yeah. Which there's a part of me that's like, dude, you don't need to be that big. Like, I don't think this is a strength for strength thing. I think this is a skill and speed thing. I don't know. I feel like if you're trying to sit on your punches to hurt Canelo, nobody hurts Canelo.
He's been hit by Callum Smith, Sergey Kovalev, Bivol.
Yeah.
Crawford ain't hurt.
Golovkin.
And Golovkin. Crawford ain't hurt.
But Crawford knocks everyone out.
At 147 pounds. That when he at 154, did he knock out Ismail Madrimov?
No, he didn't put a dent in him, really.
Didn't put not even a little dent in him. Canelo Alvarez is not Ismail Madrimov.
Yeah, but okay, who is Canelo Alvarez now?
That's a good question.
Yeah, like who are we watching now? Because when I go back and watch the guy that fought Skull, everyone likes to dig out Skull. Sorry, one second. Canelo's got to do more. Canelo's output was the worst output I've ever seen of a unified champion. I'm not joking, the worst.
That fight.
Yeah.
He literally did. But my kind of thinking is all right, well, who is Canelo now? Well, in the nicest way, although he's been fighting good fighters, when's the last time he had a super fight?
Who?
Canelo. And that's when we see the real Canelo, when he has a super fight.
Okay, Bivol.
Yes, correct. And he lost. But
yeah.
Bivol was significantly better at 175 pounds.
Okay.
Much bigger.
Yeah.
Crawford, similar in terms of, they're both skillful.
Trainer Breadman Edwards offered a measured perspective on the situation. He acknowledged that Crawford is well aware of Jaron Ennis sparring with Canelo, and that Ennis brings genuine power and skill. But instead of being unsettled by this, Crawford uses the knowledge as fuel for preparation. Edwards emphasized that Crawford's confidence isn't shaken by outside factors like sparring partners. What matters to him is the actual fight and the ability to adapt in real time. Knowing Ennis has been in Canelo's camp may even sharpen Crawford's training, forcing his team to prepare for that style. Edwards reassured fans that Crawford thrives under such circumstances, with mental strength that prevents him from being rattled by who his opponent chooses in camp.
That's why I said I'm not changing my percentage. It can make Canelo go up. It can make him lose his confidence or take a piece from him. And it can make Crawford say, okay. Let me tell you something about Crawford, man. I watch Crawford. I will watch how he evolved throughout the years. I've been watching him. Me, Red, and Bomac been cool since way before Crawford hit the mainstream. Way before he hit the mainstream. And I watched him. Crawford is a pretty intelligent guy. He might not try to talk, and say different things that jump off the page at you, but he's not a stupid guy, man. He's intelligent. He know Boots is the real deal. No matter what all of the public say and everybody talking, he knows it. He knows Boots is the real deal. Crawford's little brother is Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson and Boots is super cool, and Shakur Stevenson was in the amateurs with Boots. Don't you think Shakur told Bud, yo, bro, I love you. You my big bro, but that kid nice, bro. You gonna have to be on your game to fuck with him. You don't think Shakur told Crawford that, and you don't think he respected his opinion? You don't think that Red and Bomac got eyes and they know Boots is special? You don't believe that? I don't care about all this talk on the internet because they may fight. So you can't be too complimentary of a guy that you may fight. But you don't think they know that? So by him bringing Boots in, that's probably going to take Bud to another level mentally. And that's where I think that Bud win this fight. I think he got a mental edge.
One of the most common arguments among fans and analysts is that Canelo's size advantage will simply be too much for Crawford. Supporters of Alvarez point to his strength at higher weight classes, questioning whether Crawford, who began his career as a lightweight, can withstand the punishment from a naturally bigger fighter. The debate often boils down to physicality versus skill. Critics of Crawford's chances argue that, at some point, natural physics prevails, and Canelo's power may overwhelm him regardless of technical ability. This viewpoint represents a significant portion of boxing followers who believe that, no matter how talented Crawford is, moving up against someone as strong as Canelo might be a step too far.
Canelo versus Crawford, who you got?
I got Canelo winning. I think Canelo's gonna knock him out. But
I think Canelo's gonna hurt him.
I think he's just too powerful, man, too strong. I hope Terence Crawford does well and stuff, man, because I love the way he fights, and he's a hell of a fighter, and I respect him as well too. So I hope he puts up a good fight and everything. But at the end of the day, man, Canelo, if he catches you, dude, it's gonna knock you out.
Look, at the end of the day, I always say this: he took Golovkin's biggest hit, and he took Bivol' biggest hit. I don't think Crawford can knock him out.
I think Terence Crawford can knock Canelo out if he catches him, because with Gennady Golovkin hit harder, but he was a lot slower. Yeah. So when Canelo seen the punches coming, he's able to embrace. I think if Terence Crawford catches Canelo with a shot that he doesn't see coming, boom, then he could hurt him.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Adding another layer to the discussion is Canelo's vast experience at the elite level. Analysts frequently highlight that he has faced nearly every style imaginable, from slick technicians to heavy-handed brawlers and defensive masters. His resume is packed with championship rounds under the brightest lights, which has given him a rare composure in high-pressure moments. Experience often dictates how a fighter responds to adversity, and Canelo has consistently shown resilience. Supporters of Alvarez argue that his combination of battle-tested experience and natural strength makes him one of the most unique challenges in boxing today. To them, while skill is essential, Canelo's championship pedigree could give him a decisive edge over Crawford.
There's things about being in camp with Canelo, it's just different. He's got speed, he's got velocity, he's got precision, he's got positioning, he's got power, and he's got just an incredible amount of experience. I think there's 10 fights that haven't been added to his record. Mm-hmm. So, and Bud, when Bud was fighting at 130 or 35, Canelo already was at 54. So, there's definitely weight classes for a reason.
Some voices within boxing remain conflicted about the matchup. On one hand, they admire Crawford's boldness in pursuing greatness, but on the other, they question whether this is the right opponent to define his legacy. The concern is less about Crawford's ability and more about whether the physical disparity could overshadow his skills. Critics argue that Crawford could have pursued different paths to secure his place among the all-time greats without taking on someone as naturally large as Canelo. Yet, despite these concerns, there's also acknowledgement that this fight gives Crawford unprecedented visibility, financial reward, and the chance to silence doubters once and for all.
High guard?
High
Okay,
guards,
okay.
man.
Another good segue. Let's talk about the real deal, though. Ryan, you know, questionable fighter. Some people always question certain things. That boy Canelo, that boy Crawford. Nobody questioning those two. How you feel about that fight coming up?
I'm questioning it. I'm not a fan of it.
Oh, what?
Big man, little man. I wish Crawford had some other opportunities to really solidify his greatness in a different way. Canelo, he's got Bibble. He's got Benavidez. He's got all these other legitimate 168, 175-pound guys that he can fight, for my opinion, to really help his namesake. And you're going to go fight a little smaller guy. And I'm not something against Bud. Bud is as a talent as they come. Really? But you're talking about a guy that's probably walks around at 180, 190 pounds. Bud is not a huge, massive guy. Right. I don't know if y'all can tell us what the hydration clause is. I'm not sure if you got that worked out. Probably not, because Canelo is obviously the A side. But I just think there's better fights for both of them to be had. I'm glad that Bud is going to get this payday. It's very important. I hope he doesn't rob to the sunset after this one. But I'm really disappointed in Canelo because I felt like Canelo has a lot of other opportunities he could to really solidify himself as being a pound-for-pound great. And I think this is going to kind of, win or lose, is going to tarnish his reputation.
Really? Now, what if he takes this fight and then he rides off into the sunset with Benavidez?
Same thing.
Like that, same thing?
I mean, he's got to fight Benavidez. He's got to fight. He's got to fight Bibble again. He's got to fight these up-and-coming 168, 165 to 175-pound guys.
Bomac frames the fight not as a clash of size versus strength, but as a contest of intellect. His analysis focuses on what he calls the finer details of boxing. Timing, he argues, can neutralize power, and speed can offset size. For him, Crawford's true brilliance lies in his adaptability, the ability to adjust moment by moment, turning himself into a puzzle opponents cannot easily solve. His famous mantra, "skills pay the bills," is more than just a catchphrase, it's the philosophy that defines Crawford's career. Bomac believes that while Canelo's power and experience are undeniable, Crawford's mastery of the sport's subtleties gives him every opportunity to defy the odds.
We know where we need to be by the time we step in the ring. We got the doctors and the scientists and nutritionists and everybody that's in camp that's going to do their part to get where we need to get.
How much more power does he have?
He got some thudding power up there. And we're just going to sustain it for 36 minutes.
Why do you believe you've got what it takes to come up 2 divisions?
Like I told the other guy, skills pays bills. You got to have skills, man, to be going up there to fight somebody like that, like a Canelo. And not only is his offense, he's got to have defense too. You know what I'm saying? So styles makes fights. Bud got the better skills, and he got the better mind too.
Do you think with the styles in mind, but also the weight in mind, he can get that job done based on he's just so much more excelling in the skill?
You know what? He gonna get the job done. I promise you that. He'll get the job done. Because Bud boxing IQ is off the charts. You know what I'm saying? Next to Canelo, not taking nothing away from you, but Bud just a little bit better.
I can tell you fully believe in your fighter and he believes in himself too. There was a slight back and forth at the press conference there. That was just a battle of belief. Who believes they're better? Obviously Terence believes he's better. Did you look into that, what happened at the press conference there as the first
that's
war
just
of words?
That's just press conference, man. The reason why I believe into my fighter is because from day one. The first day he walked in the gym to where we at now. We haven't lost yet, okay? He got a loss. He got 2 losses.
How does that affect him coming into this fight?
One thing about this, always remember this. He got 2 losses, right? We got no losses. So we know what to do to take to get that win, right?
That concludes today's video. Stay tuned for more insights and updates as the fight draws closer.